you boys had all night to get this drill going. You're after all, you're stricken captain. Now we're going after something more precious than oil. People's lives.
Thing right on up there. Hustle it up, okay?
Clint Bow, the bits in place. Go ahead, say the word, and you can start drilling.
Paul, before we break ground, you sure this is the best place to start?
You still don't believe there's a tunnel down here, do you?
No, I'm not saying that, Clint. After hearing Victor Lord's tape and talking to Alicia Grant, I'm more than convinced. I just want to rescue people. I don't want to start another avalanche.
Oh, the poppy field was right in this area. On top of that, Vicky's car, Tina's car, and Roger's car were all found nearby. You saw it? Malcolm, come here a minute.
Yeah, Clint.
All right, you're the geologist and you've run all your tests. Tell my brother here, is there a tunnel down here or isn't there?
Well, there's no way of knowing until we get through the rock. But according to my best estimate, if that tunnel entrance is anywhere, it's here.
Okay, good. That's all I have to know. All right, let's go. Let's
Well,
go.
about time. Clint, you give the word. Son, we're waiting on you.
I know that. I'm just pretty glad we're doing the right thing.
All right, here goes. Come on, baby, let's do this. Go.
Oh, man. Whoever told you were any kind of an electrical genius, Cordero? Couldn't even push a damn flashlight if you had to.
Don't talk that way about my brilliant husband.
Well, I'm sorry, honey, but your brilliant husband is about bust, man. I can't believe it.
Honey, you can't do that. I mean, don't say it. You've been working on this thing for hours. And besides, if you lose hope, then I'm gonna lose what I have.
Honey, why? What's the matter? What happened?
Honey, look, I know I promised to be strong and brave, but I just can't. I can't do it.
Honey, what is going on? Will you please tell me?
Look, after you left, I went exploring. I thought I could find a way out of here or something, but I found something else. Something that took away what little hope I had left.
There. Don't you see?
There's nothing there to see. It's all dried up.
Not according to this journal. If what I read here is correct.
If what's correct?
Roger. Vicky, we were just surveying the bridge. I had this wild notion that maybe it leads to a way out.
Just a wild notion.
What's that you were reading?
I don't know more secrets. Not when our lives are at stake.
I was going to share it at the proper time.
Well, let's just say that the time is now. What is it?
It's an old journal. I stumbled across it in the library. If what it says is true, we may have found our salvation.
Can't get any work done either, huh?
Oh, Sarah, I'm glad you're here. They want me to memorize all of these scenes, and my mind is just not on this.
I know. I'm here to help Mary Lynn with Tiffany's blind scenes, and I just cannot concentrate. Not after what Bo told us yesterday.
You know, we really should be up on that mountain. Now that they know that Dad is up there with Vicky and the others, we should be helping with the
Megan,
rescue.
you heard what Bo said.
Yes, I heard what Bo said, that it's too dangerous and that we'd only get in the way. But, you know, Sarah, it's not like Dad is lost on some fishing trip somewhere. He's trapped in that bizarre place called Eterna.
No, I still can't believe it. I mean, a city kept secret all these years under Lantano Mountain?
And I thought we had some bizarre storylines on Fraternity Row.
Well, you're not doubting Bo's story, are you?
I did at first, but now that he's told us about Alicia Grant and her husband, well, there's really no other explanation as to where Dad and the others could be.
You know, what I just don't understand is how it is that Dad finds himself in a position to be saving Vicky's life for the second time.
Sarah, if you're suggesting
I'm not
that Dad
suggesting anything. Just asking some questions. Like, did Dad know about Eterna? I mean, is that the secret that Mom said he had to tell us?
Well, I don't care about any secrets right now, and I don't care to hear any explanations. I just want to find Dad before it's too late.
Okay, girls, there's been a slight change. Now, I want to start taping Roxanne, and I want Tiffany's big scene, so we get Mary Lynn out of wardrobe and get her down here. Sarah, I'm glad you're here. We might need you to coach Mary Lynn.
Okay.
Harry, listen, before you go any further...
What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be in makeup? We're going to tape any minute.
You are, but I'm not.
What?
Well, in case you haven't heard, our father's trapped on Lantano Mountain, and Sarah and I are going to go up there right now.
Now, wait a minute, Megan. Bo gave me strict instructions that you and Sarah were not to go to the mountain while the rescue crew was there. I mean, he wants me to tie you to the set if I have to.
I don't think that'll be necessary, Harry.
Okay, fine. Stay here if you want to, Sarah, but I'm going to that mountain and nobody is going to stop me.
Glenn, come on, it's up to you.
All right, Pa, tell him to get started.
Wyatt, crank it up.
Element, isn't he?
Yeah. That crew would go halfway to hell and back for him. I just hope we don't have to drill quite yet.
Where? We got to talk.
Yeah, what is it? Well, anything you got to say to me, you can say in front of my brother.
Okay. You asked me to use my expertise to locate the tunnel entrance. I did that. But now I got to tell you what we're facing.
I know it isn't going to be easy now.
Asa brought the right bits to break through that rock. No, it's not just the difficulty in getting through the surface. I mean, even if that's possible, there's still the risk.
What risk? Come on, out with it. Now's not the time to be holding back.
You're aware of the recent tremors inside that mountain?
Well, that's why we're in such a rush. We want to reach the tunnel before there's another avalanche.
Well, I understand you need to hurry, but that's what makes the drilling all the more treacherous. Malcolm, we could trigger an avalanche. Well, I don't like having to be the prophet of doom, but yes, in my opinion, that is a distinct possibility. Clint, why don't we just signal them to just hold off till we make sure that it's safe?
We can't hold off,
You
Bo.
just heard Malcolm.
Yes, I heard him. I don't need somebody telling me what risk there is to take. I already know that. Oh, our only chance of rescuing Vicky and the others is to hit that tunnel. I'll take responsibility for anything that happens. Just keep on drilling.
Charlie is like drilling through a diamond. Increase the velocity. Go ahead, give it all she got. It, damn it, I'll do it myself. Come on.
Asa, if you can't over my dead body, you will.
What in the blue blaze are you doing here? Get out of here.
Somebody has got to keep you from working yourself into the ground, literally.
You're supposed to be at home. This mountain is taboo to you.
Yes, I know. That's what you said.
That was no request, woman. Get off this mountain now.
The explosion wiped out most of the remaining population. What caused that terrible blast, no one will ever know.
Oh, that's horrible. All those poor people killed.
Yes, horrible. But it's too late to mourn now. Read what they did with their dead.
The dead? Why didn't I think of that before? Except for the skeleton we found in the library, there were no other remains.
That's right. With so many people killed, it doesn't make any sense. They can't just have disappeared.
They didn't. Keep reading.
We few survivors were left with the saddest task of all. We placed each body into the river, the stream that our children once had laughingly called the River Nile. Now it was the River Styx, the river of the dead. It carried our brethren on their final journey to their last reward.
But there is no river.
A waterfall. Emerging through that wall up there and cascading down below. I remember now. The waterfall was magnificent. My father told me it was fed by a river that flowed through the mountain, which fed eventually into the Lantano River.
Well, that's the river that goes to town. I mean, if we could reach that, we'd be able to make our way home.
And we'll be saved. All we have to do is get to the river and...
What am I saying? A solid wall of rock between us and any river.
Not as solid as you think. Not with the waterfall there. You know, there must be cracks we could widen with a little elbow grease.
A lot of elbow grease. But who cares what it takes? Let's get weight and cord and get started. Our way out of here is just behind that wall.
Fools! You mustn't touch that wall. If you do, we'll all be destroyed.
But you don't understand. I have studied these walls. I know what will happen if you tamper with them.
So do we. We'll reach the river.
And we'll be saved.
But you won't. You'll be killed.
Oh, Leo, is this another one of your tricks?
No tricks, Vicky. You have no reason to trust me. I realize that. But when it comes to understanding the geological forces in here, you have to admit I am the resident expert.
The resident basket case.
Just tell us what the vibrations mean.
They're caused by a fault deep beneath us at the very heart of the mountain.
A fault? Like the fault in California?
She understands. This entire city is resting on the fault line. The vibrations tell us that it is getting more unstable all the time. As God is my witness, cut through that wall, and you'll bring the entirety of Lantano Mountain crashing down upon us.
Roger, could he possibly be right?
Without a geological survey of the area.
Typical! We're standing astride disaster, and he wants surveys. And you people think that I am crazy.
You know, I don't trust Leo any more than the rest of you do. What if he's right?
Sis, dearest darling, my heart is yours, not for one day, but for every day. Be mine as I am yours. Your love and Valentine.
And to think that these two people loved each other so much and all their dreams were shattered here in Eterna.
I mean, look, just because it happened to them, it doesn't mean it's going to happen to us.
I know that. I keep telling myself that, but that it won't happen to us. But what if I'm wrong? And what if we're going to have the same fate that they did?
That's not going to happen, honey, as long as I've got a breath in my body. Do you know that? And I don't need any Valentine to tell you how much I love you and to tell you that we're going to grow old and gray together, counting our grandchildren.
I think that's what I keep telling myself. I want to believe that so bad. It's just, look at, I mean, since we've been missing, the world goes on just fine without us. It's almost like we never even existed.
Honey, will you stop that? Now, I'm telling you, by now, people have got to know that we are missing, and I bet you they're looking for us right now.
Yeah, but what about in the meantime, huh? What about everything we've already missed? Look, yesterday was Valentine's Day. If we were home, I would have showered you and CJ with presents.
Speaking for CJ and myself, we don't care about presents. All we care about is you. Tell you what, why don't you pretend that this Valentine came from me to you? Will you be my Valentine?
You're making fun of me.
Oh, yeah, I would never do that. Come on, why don't you read it? One more time.
Dearest darling, my heart is yours, not for one day,
but for every day. Be mine as I am yours. Your love and Valentine.
You always know just what to say to me.
Honey, the only thing I know for sure is that next Valentine's Day, you and I will be reading this to our beautiful little boy.
I feel so ashamed for being so scared. Look, I know I promised you I'm going to be strong and brave, and I will. I'll be so strong and brave you won't even believe it.
You are entitled to let your guard down every once in a while. That's what I'm here for.
No. It's not right. I'm going to be here for you for a change. I will. That's important to me. So listen, genius, you just go back to work, and I'm going to go find Ricky.
We're going to get out of here.
Back to work. Go on.
Yes, ma'am.
Megan, could you just drop this actress bit for 5 minutes? The grand exit is not playing.
It is not an act, Sarah. If you want to stay here and help Harry tape, then that's fine. In fact, you can even act my part. But I'm going to go up there and help the search.
You're not going anywhere. Now, damn it, Megan, I care what happens to Dad and to Vicky and all the rest of them just as much as you do. But what Bo and Harry are saying makes sense.
What, just to stay here and to do business as usual while Dad's trapped on the mountain? That makes sense to you?
Wait a minute, Megan. The situation on that mountain is very dangerous. Now, this may not be any of my business.
Yes, well, Harry. You are a great director and you're a hell of a guy, but you're right. This is not your business.
Okay. You two figure it out. But I've got a show to do, and we're going to do it.
Look, taking your frustrations out on him is not going to help.
You're the one that's frustrating me, Sarah.
Megan, The rescue team needs to work in isolation, all right? They don't need us getting emotional or getting in their way.
Do you think that I would get in the way of finding our father?
I don't think you mean to, all right? I just think the best thing for us to do at this point is to stay out of the way.
Sarah, okay. I never thought that the show must go on would mean this, but fine, I will stay. For now.
Megan, Sarah, I heard about what's happening on Lantano Mountain.
Yeah, it must be just about all over town by now, huh?
I don't know what to say, except I'm really sorry.
Thanks, Marilyn.
No, Marilyn, I'm sorry. The other day when you came to me to talk to me about the troubles you were having with Wade, I was too preoccupied to listen.
It doesn't matter anymore now.
Yeah, well, it matters to me. You're being so thoughtful about our father, and I did nothing but turn a deaf ear to you, and I'm sorry about that.
Well, we all have reasons to be upset. At least you and Sarah know where your father's gone. Wish Wade were here to help with the rescue.
Is that the only reason that you wish he was here?
Damn it, you cannot keep me out of this studio. Now, come on, just get out of my way. Come on, come.
Sorry, pal, I've got my orders. This set is closed to anyone but authorized personnel.
Neil, what is going on?
Marilyn, would you please tell this guy who I am?
You're Neil Delaney. Mr. Buchanan personally ordered you off the set.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have personally been reordered back on the set.
He has a legitimate pass, Mike.
I've just been appointed an internship with the show.
Hey, what the hell's the trouble here?
Mr. Blaine, this guy does not seem to want to accept my ID.
Mike, he's our new intern. I signed his pass myself. It's okay.
Are you satisfied?
If you say so, Mr. Blaine.
Thank you, Mr. Blaine.
Look, kid, stay out of everybody's way, all right? Okay, let's go right to the dean's office. Sarah, stand by while we block Tiffany and Megan's scene.
That's why I'm here, Harry.
Well, you're just full of surprises, aren't you?
Oh, well, you mean the internship? Well, I just put in an application and I got accepted. Just lucky, I guess.
Neil, those internships for college seniors who want a career in television. You've already graduated.
Okay. I pulled a few strings. I did Mr. Blaine a favor once, and he's paying me back with the internship.
Well, knowing how Bo Buchanan feels about you, aren't you afraid you're setting yourself up for another confrontation?
Well, from what I can understand, Bo's got his hands full with what's going on at Lantano Mountain. And besides, they still haven't caught Randy Stone yet. And I think you're still in danger.
Neil.
And I told you before, I am not going to let anything happen to you.
Well,
No, come on. I mean, what kind of a fan club president would I be if I didn't protect my favorite TV star?
Well, Randy Stone is really the last thing on my mind these days.
Wade? He still hasn't called you? Damn. I mean, I just don't understand what kind of a guy would let his marriage end this way.
He hasn't ended much. Oh, who am I kidding? If I haven't heard from him by this time.
I'm very sorry, Mary Lynn.
You know, it's just that we have been through a lot together. And I just can't believe he would just pick up and leave like this, just vanish. Neil, I just had a terrible thought. With all those people that are trapped up there on that mountain, what if Wade is trapped up there with them?
Asa, darling, you can tell your crew what to do, but please don't start barking orders at me.
You are not talking to a crew chief. You're talking to your husband. I told you not to come up there. There's already been an avalanche, and that drill is liable to start another one.
Well, then, darling, we'll deal with it together, for better or for worse. Isn't that what we said?
Love, that's sickness and health, and it doesn't count with natural disasters.
Well, I am sorry. The vow that I took means everything from flu bugs to avalanches.
Renee!
Asa, please, do not start bullying me. I have been down at the bottom of this mountain with the police. I've been waiting. I've been trying to be patient, waiting for somebody to say something. I can't. Tina and Vicky and Court are my family, too.
But we all have a part to play. Mine is here, yours is there.
Darling, you said it yourself. You're not the crew chief, you're my husband. That means we share in everything.
Honey, within reason, this is too dangerous.
Yeah, well, that's reason enough for me. How long has it been since these men had a break?
A break? They're up here to save lives. If they have to stay here 24 hours, so be it.
Darling, I am telling you, you cannot work these men like a pack of mules and expect to get the best out of them. Oh, don't Don't worry, I'll take care of the details.
Wait a minute, details? What details?
We are going to have a refreshment area. We're going to have bottled water. We're going to have coffee, plenty of sandwiches, and lots of hot soup.
Soup?
And there is the fatigue factor. Darling, I suggest that you organize these men in shifts. That way you'll be able to conserve the energy.
Are you telling me how to do my job? A job I've been good at all my life? You're right. How soon can you get the soup up here?
No.
Damn it, how can that happen?
Oh, Clint, what is it?
The drill bit broke.
Malcolm, how fast can you replace? Oh, right away. We got backups in the truck.
Well, get this one out of the ground, put the new one on, and let's get back to work.
Yeah, follow me.
All right over this way. Put the camera down here. Make sure you get as much of the drill as you can. All right, Mike, roll it. Hi, this is Melinda Kramer, live from Lantano Mountain, where a real-life drama is unfolding.
Hey, you run the station. Is this your idea?
No, of course not. I guess the news leaked out to WBLE. Let me talk to her.
Now, I've talked to her myself. Melinda.
Exactly sure what's Clint Buchanan. Clint Buchanan, thank you so much for coming away from a pressure-packed personal struggle and talking to the viewers.
I'm talking to you. Turn that damn thing on.
We understand your feelings, Mr. Buchanan, but all the viewers here know what's happening, and I think we all deserve to find out exactly what's going on.
You know, right now, I'm not interested in your viewers, your ratings, or anything else. This is a life-or-death situation, not some media event. Now, you take your camera crew and get back down the mountain.
All right, cut.
Just stop it, okay? Let me take care of it.
Don't anybody go anywhere. All right, look, I know that you have controlling interest in the station, but if you think you can come here and tell me to
No,
leave...
I'm not sending you away. I'm just telling you to keep your distance.
What, you want her to stay?
No, they're going to keep out of our way. I'll make sure of that. But at least the folks back home will know what's happening.
That's right, that's right. This is sort of like a public service. Now, Vicky and all the other people down there have a lot of worried friends.
All right, you can stay.
Clint, the new bit's ready to go.
Now, coming. But you get in the way and you're going back down the mountain, Melinda.
Why are you wearing that uniform?
They're clean clothes, sweetheart.
Vicky, it's a lot more than just being clean clothes. It means you're giving up.
No, Tina, no, I don't see it that way at all. Honey, as long as we're forced to stay down here, we have to adjust, we have to adapt to stay alive.
Stay alive? You call this living? I don't believe you. Are you really so happy to have found Roger Gordon that you're content to stay here in Eterna forever?
Tina, I realize how difficult it is to keep hoping. But, honey, you are not the only one who's holding on for dear life. I am not about to give up.
Then why are you wearing that uniform?
Because my other clothes are filthy. Sweetheart, don't you have any idea how badly I want to go home? And it's not just to Clint and the children. I have another daughter who's waiting at home for me and who doesn't even know it. Roger and I have to get back to tell Megan the truth. I have to have a chance to make up for all those lost years.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to imply that you don't want to get out of here. But our getting out of here, our surviving has as much to do with our attitude as it does about any particular piece of equipment.
Exactly. So you have to use whatever is available to keep the spirits up and to speed up the moment of our escape.
I guess we just don't agree on how to keep our spirits up, all right? But I will do anything I have to get out of here. I will dig out with my fingernails. I will crawl out on my hands and knees, but I'm not going to give up these clothes because these are my last little bit of home.
It doesn't matter, darling. Wear whatever you want. As long as we all agree to stay together.
Always. Always.
How's it going, Cord?
Yeah. 10 minutes ago, if you'd asked me, I would throw this whole damn unit at you. Now I think I'm one wire away from victory.
Is there anything I can do?
Just cross your fingers and your toes. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Please.
Hey,
Can't believe it.
You got all these wires right back here?
Look, I don't think it's the wires anymore. I think it's this damn switch. You know, I've done everything I can to improvise on it, but it's just still no good.
Great. What do we do now?
Now I gotta go back to scratch. I gotta start all over again and try to rewire the switch.
Well, look, I can go scrounge around for parts.
Look, I think your time would be better spent trying to find another way out of here. I think we better face the possibility that this transmitter may never work.
Okay, I'll go back to the library and look at old maps. Call me if anything good happens.
You'll be the first to know.
You know what they say? When in Eterna, do as.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Look, we've got a lot of work to do down here, and I think if you put these on, you'll be a lot more comfortable.
Comfortable? It's a funny word to use down here. What if these uniforms are all that's left of us, too?
Where'd that come from? Why are you thinking this way all of a sudden? Look, I told you I'm going to do everything I can to get us out of here, but you've got to do your bit, too.
I'm trying.
We may die of old age back in Landview. We might get hit by a bus when we're crossing the street, but we are not going to die down here.
When you say it, I almost believe it. So I guess I better give you this before you knock down a wall and drag us all out of here.
What is this?
Well, I realized that we let Valentine's Day come and go, so I found some construction paper and some scissors.
So you made this, huh?
Yeah. I figured I owed you something since you've given me so much help.
You don't owe me anything. To Wade, from Christine with love.
I'm not too good with words. Or scissors.
This is the best Valentine's I've ever gotten.
I just hope that we aren't here when next Christmas rolls around, you know, because if I have to come up with a Christmas tree.
No, Christine.
It's no use, Wade. You know, I'm trying to be cheerful and brave, but I am so frightened. I mean, what if we're not around next year to celebrate?
We won't. We'll be here. This reminds us of one thing, though. We've got to make the most of every moment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I think about this before? Wherever Michael Grand goes, Leo Cromwell is never far behind.
Yeah, but just because Michael Grand could be trapped on some mountain, it doesn't mean that your husband is...
Look at the evidence, Neil. Christine says that her father's been under Michael Grand's thumb ever since he came to town.
Well, I mean, you believe Christine Cromwell?
Wade does. He swore that Christine and her father were manipulated into tricking Vicky, making her think that Christine was her daughter.
Yeah, but you can't believe Christine. I mean, it could be a cover-up, and besides, no one has proved anything against Michael Grand.
Okay. Well, think about this. Leo and Christine have both disappeared, and Wade was seen with them.
Yeah, but in Canada, which is a long way from Lantano Mountain.
Well, what if they doubled back? And what if all that digging that Leo's doing up on the mountain has to do with this place called Eterna? He and Christine could have lured Wade into going with them.
Look, Mary Lynn, I understand that you're worried, but I have heard the news reports, and no one has mentioned anything about Christine or her father being trapped up there, and certainly not your husband.
That doesn't mean they're not there. It would explain everything. Wade's disappearance, why I haven't heard from him.
Look, Mary Lynn, you know, it's very difficult for me to be in this position. I mean, I always find myself being forced to say things that are going to hurt your feelings, but, I mean, you have to face reality. Wade is not lost on some mountain somewhere. He's gone. He's out of your life. And he's never coming back.
Well, don't I want to reach out and help her?
Of course. But her physical therapist would say for her to tough it out. Am I right, Sarah?
That's right. That's what we'd recommend at the center. It might seem sort of cruel at first, but it's really the only way...
Look, on the monitor.
What?
The news crew just got to the mountain.
After an all-night attempt to break through the granite surface of Lantano Mountain, there's been a dramatic turn of events. Mystery continues to surround the so-called city of Eterna. All we know is that the Buchanan family believes that such a city does exist beneath this mountain, and that they also believe their loved ones have been trapped underneath. As you can hear behind us, the rescue attempts have reached a frantic pitch. Bo Buchanan, please.
No, not now, Melinda.
Just a moment, please. This is Bo Buchanan, who is the co-owner of WBLE and naturally a very interested party here at the drill site. Mr. Buchanan, we understand that the drill broke down earlier, that it's now been repaired.
Yes, excuse me.
Just a moment.
Malcolm's here. Get up here.
All right, I got to get back.
Just one more question, please. We've also heard that the drill has cut through some very heavy rock, found a tunnel that supposedly leads into the city of Eterna. Can you confirm this for us?
Talk to the geologist for a confirmation. All right, all I know is we've hit some kind of an open space. Will you excuse me?
There we have it. After all these hours of frustrating work now, a glimmer of hope. Here we have Renee Buchanan, a member of the family who's probably waiting with bated breath like the rest of us. Mrs. Buchanan, can you please give us some of your feelings?
Well,
Malcolm, we know we've broken through to something. Is it the tunnel or isn't it?
I was just rechecking my calculations.
The hell with your calculations? Did we hit the tunnel or not?
Well, near as I can figure, based on Victor Lord's tape and the depth we dug to reach an opening.
Yeah, this should be the tunnel.
All right.
Hey, darling, did we find them?
Well, no, we found a tunnel, honey, but that's a start. Well, we're not sure that Vicky and the others are actually in the tunnel or even if they're in the city underneath. But at least it's the best news we've had for days.
Malcolm, what do we do now? I'll tell you what we do now. We get a bigger drill bit, widen the hole, and send a rescue team down.
Not yet. Just to be on the safe side, I want to run a seismic test.
No more tests. We go inside.
Listen, please, I gotta know if this is a tunnel or just some natural opening in the rock. If the people are down there, I gotta know if we're on the right track or not.
All right. Do your test, but make it fast.
Well, it'll help speed things up if you and Bo lend a hand with
Well,
you.
why don't you say so?
Get the camera out of here. What are you guys doing up here? Get, go! Get out of here. You know, Renee, experts, huh? In my day, we blow the hole wide open and we jump in feet first.
Darling, please, have patience. I know how hard it is for you. And prayer, because we're going to need a boat, a lot of boats before this is over.
What's wrong?
I can't give into that feeling right now.
Can't always control feelings.
We have to. I mean, I have to. Being down here has kind of put us all on edge. Our nerves are a little raw, but that's no excuse for me to be taking advantage of...
You weren't the only one doing the kissing, you
Listen,
know.
Christine, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm out of line. I'm married. Now, granted, it's not that great of a marriage right now, but I'm committed to it. I'm committed to Mary Lynn, and I can't let this happen.
Wade. Why are you being so serious? I mean, I was feeling vulnerable and you tried to comfort me. It's no big deal.
Do you mean that?
Of course I do. We're friends. Just friends, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then get out of here so I can put this uniform on. A lady needs her privacy.
Don't strain your eyes.
Oh, I thought these old architects' renderings might show whether Leo is right or...
What's wrong? I thought it fit quite well.
No, it does. It's must be very functional,
Functional?
considering our circumstances.
Well, yes, it seemed practical. My other clothes were so dirty, and this does seem much more suited to life down here, if you can call it living.
What about the others?
They've all decided to change clothes, too, all except Tina. She's our only holdout. She seems to feel that her clothes are her last link to the outside world.
Well, I can't really blame her. With any luck, we can disprove Leo's theory and be on our way home before Tina has to wear any rags. Here, look at this old blueprint with me. Maybe we can find some evidence of Leo's fault.
Roger, I'd like you to tell me more about our past. Last night you promised you would. I have so many unanswered questions. There are so many things I need to know.
Well, I may not be able to tell you everything.
Oh, I realize that. I guess we could start with the most basic question I have. I mean, I know how I was raised. My father was unbearably strict, especially regarding morality.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, then you must also remember that I was terribly naive when I was 17, especially about men. I mean, my father was so overly protective, I had hardly even dated in high school.
I remember you telling me about a boy on a motorcycle.
You remember that? Yes, Dante. He was a rare exception, although I think in his case we spent more time on the motorcycle than, well, holding hands in a movie. I just can't see how it's possible that you and I...
Well, that we...
Make love.
Yes.
It's a very simple answer to that one, Vicky. We were in love.
Well, I'm sure we thought we were. I mean, most young people feel that way when they have a strong attraction, but after a time...
No, that's just it, Vicky. Time and circumstances serve to strengthen our love until we... Well, I suppose I should start at the beginning, shouldn't I?
I have not been this nervous since one of my sons were born. Too bad old Doc Armstrong is near now.
Darling, we got all we need, this family. I mean, the way Bo and Clint are pulling together.
Yeah. Too bad that we need those people down below to help, too.
Well, I heard what you said. Now, you know that Vicky's strong enough to keep everybody together down there. And the good Lord knows that Cord's the guy you want on your side in a crisis.
I say amen to that. The Buchanans have got this situation roped and tied.
It can't be, Malcolm. Now, come on, check it again.
No, Clint, I'm sorry. There's no denying the results.
Now, what results? What's happening now?
He says we've hit a dead end.
Malcolm, we drilled right through that rock.
That's right, Asa, but we didn't hit any tunnel. You see, the trimmer that went through this area, they threw off all our instruments.
Malcolm, speak English so the rest of us understand it.
What we thought was a tunnel turned out to be a fault line in the rock.
So what are you saying? We have to start drilling all over again?
Well, we can't be very far from the tunnel.
Well, come on, let's get going. We're wasting time.
No use crying. Don't we have a reserve crew down there?
Oh, yeah, Renee had made me leave some men at the base waiting for a new drill to arrive.
Oh, get on the radio and get those fellas up here. We're going to get through if it takes us all night.
Good.
Go back with me to the time after we got to know each other. After we grew to care for each other up on this mountain. To the day when you followed me into the tunnel that led back to Eterna.
Roger, wait!
Hey, what are you doing here?
Don't be angry. I followed you. I have to know where you come from and where you go after we say goodbye.
Victoria, go back.
I can't. Father found out about our secret meetings. He won't let me see you anymore.
I understand. If anybody sees us here together, you're going to have to stay forever.
Oh, I don't want to leave. I want to stay here with you always.
Victoria, you don't...
Roger, what is this place? Where are we, Roger?
Victoria, there's no time to tell you right now.
You make time. You tell me you love me, and yet you won't...
Okay. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything you want to know, but not here and not now. Just meet me later, a little bit later outside. I promise I'll tell you everything.
Yes, I remember it now. I do. We were in the woods up on the mountain. We were together, and you were telling me the most fantastic story.
It wasn't a story, Vicky. It was real.
My father knows about Eterna?
He should. He helped create it.
All those people trapped down there, and he does nothing to help them?
He might not know everything, Victoria.
Don't defend him, Roger. I want you to go out and tell the whole world about it.
I can't. Not until my mother's strong enough to leave Eterna. Look, if the city were discovered now, she might be made to suffer. My own father might punish her. That's how power mad he is.
Oh, so you're going to let my father and his partners get away with what they've been doing?
No, not a chance. They will face the consequences if it takes me a lifetime. But for now, I have to continue to come and go as I've been doing in secret.
But Roger...
Victoria, it's the only way. Look, pretty soon we'll have my mother up here, and I'll be out here to live as a free man. Of course, I won't be free for long.
What do you mean?
I mean, you'll have to marry me.
Roger, I am so afraid. I don't want you to go back.
It's all right. I promise nothing will happen. We belong together.
Yes, it was real, wasn't it? I loved you so much.
And I loved you more than anything or anyone I've ever known in my life.
But surely, once you became a man and Eterna and I were just memories, you found other loves.
Other loves. Yes. Yes, of course.
Folks, listen up. We got some great news.
Hey, yes, my husband's a genius. He did it. Did what?
The transmitter, you got it working?
Well, you can't exactly pick up the top 40 station, but it makes some noise.
What Tina means is we're not going to be able to send out a voice message because there's too much static. But we can send out an SOS using Morse code.
I love you.
What are we doing standing here? Let's go put Quart's masterpiece to work.